So how do you run the company with only 20% of the staff?
Amount of work, it's probably about 2 or 3.
2 or 3 days
a year.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, a name that stirs up images of space rockets, electric cars, and relentless innovation. But is there a compassionate leader behind the genius? Today we're going to find out with the help of my assistant, Empathy AI. We're going to measure his heart for leadership. We're going to break down Elon's style into 4 criteria: listening, empathy, collaboration, and accountability. And at the end, we'll reveal his overall score on the Heartometer. So let's dive in. First up, listening. How open is Elon to the voices around him? While some praise his intense focus and ability to absorb complex information, others point to the mass layoffs at Twitter, which reportedly occurred with minimal consultation. Empathy AI detected that many of his public statements show a preference for speed over dialogue, a preference for dictating over discussing. In fact, in one famous interaction with one of his employees at Twitter, Musk took to the Twitter platform to publicly humiliate the employee and even mocked his disability. Now, he later apologized for getting it wrong, but the way he got it wrong in the first place does make you question his ability to really listen. So whilst he may be good at listening for data, he's not so good at listening to people. So the score on the Heartometer, just 1 out of 5 for listening. Next up, empathy. Empathy AI searched for examples of care in Elon's words and deeds. Now, empathy is all about seeking to understand things from another's perspective and really tuning in to the challenges they may be facing. And although Elon occasionally speaks to the importance of family time, critics have pointed to the really high expectations he has of his staff and the intense working culture. His decision, for example, to demand a hardcore work ethic from his employees at both Tesla and Twitter illustrates where he holds the bar. Elon himself is famous for working intensely for very long hours, and this sets the tone for the people around him, who will copy that until they burn out. But more disturbingly, Empathy AI also found that he doesn't create a psychologically safe environment for his employees. The culture at Tesla, for example, has been attacked for being insensitive to the issues of race discrimination and sexism. Indeed, both black and female employees have reported that they have been told regularly to get a thicker skin. So I'm afraid just on that basis alone, it's another low score for empathy. And that one's going to be 1 out of 5 on the Heartometer. The next criteria we're going to measure is collaboration, which is critical for every leader. So how does Elon do on this one? Empathy AI detected a bit of a pattern. While Elon Musk often emphasizes the value of teamwork at both SpaceX and Tesla, he's also known for taking a central role when it comes to decision making. There are reports of his execs fearing to say anything that might contradict him, and of course that's going to undermine any sense of collaboration. And when he took control of Twitter, it really demonstrated his desire for efficiency over consensus. Still, his ability to assemble and inspire teams is undeniable. So he scores high for vision, but a bit lower for empowering others. The overall score on the Heartometer, 3 out of 5. And the final measure is accountability. Does Elon own up when things go wrong? Empathy AI scoured his public statements and found a number of times where he acknowledged his mistakes. For example, the early production problems at Tesla and the very public struggles he had at Twitter. However, he's also been known to deflect criticism or even shift blame when faced with controversies. While he's not shy about owning risks, transparency around failures could be a bit more consistent. So a reasonable 3 out of 5 on the Heartometer for accountability. Now, my day job is helping leaders to lead with love. Musk's typical leadership style is all about inspiration. Can he help the people around him get excited about his vision? If they don't, they're out. And on one level, that makes sense. If you've got a big mission, you really want people on side who are 100% committed. However, it does appear he makes rash decisions and doesn't seem to really care about the people he employs. I suspect he loses some really good people along the way. So I wondered what tips I could share with him to help him along the way. So Elon, I know you love data, so I thought I would gather some with my assistant Empathy AI. But I'm afraid you didn't score highly on the first criteria, which is listening. You got 1 out of 5. You see, when it comes to listening to people, it's all about providing real opportunities for them to contribute. So a top tip would to be consider more town hall meetings, create some open forums, and run some anonymized polls to get some feedback. It could really take your leadership to the next level. The next category is empathy, and I'm afraid it's a 1 out of 5 again. Now, empathy isn't really for the faint-hearted, but a simple shout out to your teams can go a long way. Remember, even the toughest leaders are able to show their soft side. And when it comes to the real issues of race and sex, please join the rest of us in the 21st century and do a bit of reading up on those. Now, a bit of better news. You got a 3 out of 5 on collaboration. Your vision is unmatched, but imagine the potential of empowering those around you to make their own decisions. Delegation isn't only good for morale, it can really boost innovation as well. So the fourth category was accountability, and here again you got a 3 out of 5 on the heartometer. You really own the tough calls, which is rare. But being more open when things don't quite go as planned could help people see you not just as a bold leader, but a relatable one as well. Okay, good luck with those. Give me a shout if you need anything. So what's the final score? Listening, 1 out of 5. Empathy, 1 out of 5. Collaboration, 3 out of 5. And accountability, 3 out of 5. That's a total of 8 out of 20. Elon's leadership is bold, focused and daring, but there's obviously room for a lot more heart. Think you could do better? Check out the Love, Lead, Change podcast, where we chat with leaders who prioritize empathy and connection. And let me know in the comments, do you think Elon has what it takes to be a more loving leader? Don't forget to subscribe for some more deep dives into the leadership of some of today's biggest change makers. Until next time, take care.